Hello and welcome to the Daily. Today is April 30th, Friday. The card that comes up for the energy for today is in fact the Hangman. So with the Hangman, this card talks about letting go of something. Now you guys, we've already come to Friday. On Monday, you guys, most of you were still holding on to something, still trying to work at something that may not fit your profile. It may not fit in your schedule. It may not fit in your life right now. This Hangman is a symbol and a message for the majority of you with the energy today. This energy today is filled with hope and inspiration, which is a great thing. However, it's also filled with doomsday for some of you. You're creating yourself some sadness due to the fact that it's the weekend, due to the fact that you're still not with that person that you want to be with. Some of you are relentlessly, not purposely walking away from something. Some of you are hell-bent on staying stuck to the thought in your mind that this is the only person, this is a specific person that I have to be with. There's nobody else. I can't move on. I don't want to be without them. But for a lot of you, which I've just had this conversation this morning about not ready to accept the thought of letting go. You have not made that choice or decision about letting go. There seems to be a very scary feeling for you. There's a big fear of you letting something or someone go. This could be letting an addiction go. This could be letting a person go. But for some of you, it's more about the fear of false happiness because you're feeling as if this person is who's creating your happiness in your world, when in fact that's not true. Because the only person who can be responsible for your happiness is you. For a lot of you, the devil has his chains wrapped around you. The devil is saying if you don't get up and leave, then I guess you want to stay here. You got to remember, you're picking and choosing your own battles here. For a lot of you, it feels like there's going to be something about you not having the faith or courage to do something that you know that you need to do. For some of you, it's a fear of not wanting to do something alone. For some of you, this Hangman is indicating that you're hanging around, you're sticking around. But you know, these chains can fall off very quickly with one quick decision. You know, there's a way that you can free yourself from this mental prison that you have yourself in right now. And with the Hangman, who is a symbol of letting go, acceptance, finding inner peace. For some of you, this Hangman can be an indication that you're just waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting. You're waiting to the point where some of you are hoping for a miracle or praying for situation to change. A lot of you are not realizing that you must, in fact, create an action to make something change. You simply must just get up and move. You must create a diversion. For a lot of you waiting for somebody to return, you must create some energy, or there's nothing going to pull that person back toward you. Which energy is talking about is doing something for yourself, even without thinking. Stop overthinking. For some of you, you're thinking so hard, too hard. You're thinking so hard. You think that you're going to see this victory by waiting and staying in this chains, these bonds. What you really need to do is start getting up, moving, dancing, laughing, having a good time, showing evidence that you're okay, that you're happy. Things may not be exactly as you're portraying them to be. You know, a lot of you may have dealt with this situation where you and this person argued a lot. You may have had interrupted sleep. You may not have talked much. You may have not gotten through the nights without arguing. They may have always deceived you or told you lies or created a trust issue. For some of you, there were happy times, but a lot of you are creating in your mind a delusional thought that something was so great. Let's be real about this. If it was that great, would you still be together? Yes. Something obviously went wrong here. And a lot of you are afraid to do anything about that. For some of you, I want you to have like the Ace of Wands effect. I want you to want to have the urge to create a new project, get new ideas, do different things. For some of you, it feels as if you're going to have to become the Four of Swords. You know what the Four of Swords talks about? The Four of Swords talks about looking within, allowing yourself to rest and recover. There is no freedom that you can achieve in your mind by leaving yourself caught up in this situation. For some of you, you have to pick and choose your battles. For some of you, you have to realize that as much as you want to cooperate, as much as you want to give this person, as much as you want to fix this situation, you'll even take step-by-step measures to get it done. But the question is, if you're willing to walk the mile, what are they willing to do? It's their turn, isn't it? Haven't you put in enough here? For a lot of you, you may not have a sense of direction. You may not see that there is another outlet for you. There is another road to choose. For a lot of you, you don't realize that your next miracle, your next blessing is right around the corner. But if you're going to sit here and wait for something that's not coming forward, how do you want your blessing to come in? For some of you, you're being very stubborn in a situation. For some of you, you're not wanting to compromise or meet somebody halfway. For some of you, you're content with being in your own prison. For a lot of you, as you can see, the chains, you have yourself in this position. Nobody's put you here. You've put yourself in your own prison. Isolation can be a prison. Engaging in a relationship when somebody else is not coming into it with you can be a prison. A lot of you obviously cannot predict your path the way I can see where you're going. A lot of you can't see what's going on behind the scenes. A lot of you can't see what's coming toward you. A lot of you can't see the work being done. A lot of you, if you don't have that vision or that visual sense of things happening, you feel as if everything's stagnant and not moving, but that's not true because energy is always moving. A lot of you don't realize the situation until after the fact, after the tower moment, after somebody left, because you're not wanting to see what's really going on in front of you. It'll only be after you go through this heartache, this heartbreak, this breakup, this rejection feeling. It's only then when you start to look at everything. Some things are not practical here that you're doing. You got to take a moment here to step back, look at the situation a little bit better. While you're waiting for someone to return, please continue with your life. Keep moving forward. Keep doing what you need to do in your everyday routine. You got to go to work. You got to pay your bills. You got to support yourself. Or you're doing all those things, but you need to do what heals you emotionally as well. You're taking care of the physical by keeping a roof over your head and putting food in your mouth, getting sleep at night, but you're not taking care of the emotional, the mental. It's important to recognize all of your needs, not just some of them. For some of you, it is time to sweep away, which is why the broom is there, to sweep away things that are not working for you right now. For some of you, you're going to have to go through it to get to it. For some of you, somebody could be knocking at the door. Are you going to open it or leave it closed? For some of you, there's got to be an opportunity that you can see that's right in front of you to change something up. If you want different results than what you're getting right now from this partner, from yourself, from anybody else, you need to change something up. You need to do something differently. For some of you, you're getting ready to go through a transformation that is going to help you to move along. It's going to show you something. It's going to take you through these battlefields, so to speak, that you're going through. For some of you, you need to lift yourself up to a higher power, to your God or whoever your higher power is. For some of you, it's like you're going to walk through the door, through the gate. You're going to find a way to make something happen. For some of you, there is somebody who you were waiting for is going to return for a little while. But you're only going to have them returning because they're going to show you or give you the closure that you need, because once again, you're going to try to fix something and it may not work because you're not doing it differently. They're going to come back and return, and you're going to do the same thing, and you're going to respond the same way, and you're going to react the same way, and they're going to do the same thing, and then they're going to leave. So if you don't change something up now, which is why this card is so important for the day. I was going to do a card for each sign, but the universe kept telling me, no, do this card, do this card, do this card. Show everyone the realization, the truth of waiting and not taking action towards something. Don't wait for that job to come. Don't wait for that offer to come. Don't wait for that person to come. Go get it. Find a backup for now. Take another job, even though you're waiting for this big job to come. Take another job that's at least some money coming in. No, it may not be what you're worth. No, it may only be half of the pay, but it's something coming in. Something is always better than nothing. Finding a way to communicate with somebody who you may have had a disagreement with, something that was really silly, this argument, but yet it created a big standoff. It created a big distance between you and somebody else. Fix that. Listen, you're not promised tomorrow. You don't want to stay stuck in that position. That energy is no good for you. I know you can feel yourself wanting to communicate with somebody, wanting to make up, wanting to have them to talk to again. But don't let your pride and your ego lead you in the directions where you're at. For a lot of you, it's going to be important to recognize why there's so many different people with different backgrounds, different ethnicities, different everything. It's important for that variety because the universe is constantly changing. People are constantly changing. You are constantly changing. And for those of you who are staying stuck and staying the same, which is why you're not seeing or reaping the rewards of what you really want to achieve. A lot of you do the same thing every day, every night, every weekend. Change something up. Don't be afraid to take that car ride. Don't be afraid to go on a short road trip. Don't be afraid to reach out to somebody who you want to communicate to. There's so many opportunities out there with social medias of Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, you name it. There's no reason for you to sit and sulk home alone. There is no reason whatsoever. I hope you guys enjoyed the daily for today. It is quite interesting. I will be coming on and off all weekend as well. Please look for your sun, moon, and rising signs for May. They will be getting up very shortly. With that being said, have a wonderful, wonderful day. I will be coming on this afternoon. I want to pull some angel cards to find out, what is your partner thinking about? What don't they want you to know? Where is their mindset right now? Be ready for that. It's coming up. That'll be $80 for that mini read that you're going to get with that angel card. Be ready.